r/HOA. HOA was dissolved when we first purchased our home, but now they want to sue us. Hi all. Thanks for taking the time to read. If this topic has been answered previously, then please ignore it. Do I have a leg to stand on in the battle against my HOA? Overview of situation below. We purchased our home in an affluent neighborhood in Georgia in 2021. It's a single-family home, about 6,000 square feet. When purchasing the home, the MLS records stated that the community did not have an HOA, which was surprising to us because it's so nice. We purchased the home, moved in, and began renovations. About a month later, we were speaking to a community member down by the neighborhood lake, and he mentioned the HOA being reestablished. According to the neighbor who was on the HOA board, our HOA started in 1999. An HOA is similar to a nonprofit organization, and in our state, you have to renew HOA organizations every 20 years. Due to negligence from previous HOA presidents and board members, the HOA dissolved in 2019 and wasn't reestablished, bylaws, etc. until 2021, after we purchased the home. After thoroughly reviewing my mortgage home closure paperwork, there is nothing stated about a HOA. We have recently received documents from the local sheriff's office, the HOA threatening to take us to court for HOA fees. And from what I understand, the HOA can foreclose on your property if they decide to follow through with litigation. Now I believe in being a part of and supporting my community. I don't mind paying my HOA fees. Honestly, I think they are too low, and I would be willing to pay even more for the upkeep of our lovely neighborhood and lake. But what I don't agree with is the yellow belly things the new board is doing, and the ridiculous rules they forced upon the neighborhood. I didn't pay over $500,000 for a home, for rules to be forced upon me, especially after buying my home and there was no HOA. Rules being forced on me feel like a dictatorship or something. Would love some insight into this situation and how if I should continue fighting, please. Sorry so wordy. Thanks for taking the time to read. There was no open forum or anything for us to agree on, neighborhood rules and regulations. After research, I discovered that the exact word-for-word bylaws for our neighborhood are copied and pasted from a townhome community across town from us, not tailored or modified to fit our neighborhood and amenities at all. We are not townhouses and we have a lake. Nothing in the bylaws mentions rules for our lake. There are other bylaws that a lot of residents are upset about also. Our HOA meetings get hectic and fights almost break out because of the horrible board and lack of communication from them to the neighborhood. Would love some insight to this situation and how if I should continue fighting, please. Sorry so wordy. Thanks for taking the time to read.
U/Silk. 1. Talk to a local real estate attorney. Edit your knowledge required. 2. Check your deed regarding HOA status. 3C Step 1.
This is 100% not something randos on Reddit can solve. Need to go to a real estate attorney in Georgia with all the relevant documents and have this sorted out.
Whatever you do, don't agree to join the HOA until you speak with your attorney. If there was no HOA when you purchased the home, your participation in the HOA may be voluntary. For many people, HOAs are a deal breaker when buying a home. I'd rather pay more for a home without an HOA than have to deal with an HOA.
U/page 8 to 988.
My first house was in an HOA. It literally became more work than my job to fight back against them. They have unlimited time to fuck up your life with their petty nonsense. Took my entire annual allocation of vacation days at once, bought new house, took a loss selling the old one. Would rather die than ever have a home that falls under an HOA again. You pay them dues so they can fine you and power trip when they're bored. It makes no sense.
U/Polybius Champion. Along with an RE attorney, you might also want to contact your title insurance company for some help here. In fact, I'd probably start with your owner's title policy company, since they are legally obligated to help you sort this out. And I'd wager that the lawyer they give this to will be a bit more aggressive than who the HOA has on retainer.
This so very much. First, your title insurance company, as they are financially on the hook for such fatal flaws in title. Second, lawyer to disband HOA's claim against your specific property. Third, if successful on second item, launch your own HOA.
Welp, I suppose moral of the story, don't involve yourself with HOAs. And if you do, make sure you have a good lawyer before you commit. Once again, I'm always open to criticism. Anything you guys can tell me will help. Let me know what you guys thought of the story in the description, and share any stories you guys might have as well. The link to the original post, as always, will be in the description. And make sure to follow for new videos every